Okay, my next project. After doing my table saw inserts, and now that my table is shifted this way, so my blade is away from my jig here, I've probably got a good 1/8 of an inch. No, probably not an 1/8, 1/16. At any rate, I've lost my zero clearance cut here, and you can also see that I did something stupid right here a long time ago. You know, obviously I brought this up while the blade was running, something happened. Stupid. So what I want to address here is, I want to take this, rip this off, put on a new edge, then cut my line again, and be able to redo that if I want down the road. The other thing I want to clean up is this end here. It's all bunged up from miter cuts and stuff like that, and so I want to lop this off and put basically a replaceable end on here. So my plan is to do that by being able to bolt something on the back here. I can use the back of this and screw into it. I've got about a little over 3/4 of an inch to work with. And the one thing you'll notice here, that the Dubby comes with this plastic stop to keep you from sliding your metal rod too far and then having your blade run into it. We're going to eliminate that problem by, we can get rid of this because, get this out here, there we go, because this will be a solid piece of wood now, and that will prevent us from going too far. That's absolutely dialed in. Now, if anything, you'd probably want this to be just a hair thinner, but I'm going to go with this, and I should be fine. Well, you know what? I'm going to go one more time, one more pass. The critical, not that it's so really that critical, but you don't want this thing sticking way up. But you don't want it projecting through either to lift your jig off the table. So yeah, I'm going to run it one more time. Just take a couple of thousandths off so that I can feel this instead of feeling nothing at all, which is what I feel right now. So I want to feel this edge as my fingers come across. Well, I know you can't feel that, but I am just feeling that edge, just barely. And right there, it's perfect. But for the majority, it's just that hair under, which is what I want. So now I can take and I'm going to put some dominoes in here, and I'm going to put them every, I don't know, 4 inches or so. I really want this thing to be in plane is what I'm really after. I'm not really concerned about it, you know, getting away from me when I glue it. But if there's any bow or twist to this, which I really don't have much at all. But I want that to be taken out as much as I can by spacing those dominoes pretty tight. Alright, 80-tooth blade. Should get a nice clean cut on that. Nice clean cut on the bottom too there. With that zero clearance insert, that really helped on that cut. Actually, it's on this side. And that looks really good. This was the exit cut. The bottom is very clean. Okay. Here's my piece that I'm going to use to stitch these things together. Okay, digging through the scrap pile, I found this oak block. It's solid. It's not laminated. Now that's a solid piece. So I took my cut off, and what I'm going to do is use this as my gauge as I run it through my planer. I'll take it down to this thickness, and then I can rip it to that height, and I should be able to get, who knows, lots of them out of here. It's a good stable piece. Right, as long as I had my crosscut blade in here, I made one crosscut before I rip it, and just mated these up, and that looks really nice. Nice fit. I'm going to cut one, work with it, see how it works, and then I'll come back and cut more of these afterwards. But I don't want to just go ahead and cut these all at one time right now. Alright, I got my piece that I'm going to use to stitch my new end piece on with. Originally I had 1.25" on here, but the problem was with the countersinking, I came into this rounded area for the stop, so I don't want to do that. So this way I'll be okay. Now I got this marked bottom, and this is the bottom. Screws are coming through slightly. They drop right into those holes. And I'm making sure that I keep it flush to the bottom. And now I can drop these in there. I'm just going to look down the gun barrel, make sure I'm not coming through. And I'm not, I don't believe. Let me go get the metal stop. I think what I'm seeing is the remnants of the drill bit going through the little tear out. Let me try that stop though for sure. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, now I can leave this here, like so. I guess I can leave that clamped. I'm going to glue my piece to this. And I'm not going to put glue here, just on the back side. As I was getting ready to glue this, I noticed I've got a little flexing right there. So here's how I'm going to solve that. I'm going to bow this in. I'm going to put a little paper shim back here to to basically warp that or belly that in here. I think that'll do it. Oh, it's got to come back farther. Yeah, that's nice and tight now. I can see it. Right down that edge. Now I've had some second thoughts about this. I'm just going to basically tack weld this or tack glue it in place. And then I'm going to reinforce this with a couple of dowels. That's good. All right, we'll give that about 20 minutes or so. All right, domino time. I've got this just about flush. That's really not that critical. And this is long. I'm going to cut that off after I get it dominoed on. But I've marked it 2 inches from each end and then 4-inch spacing in between. So that should work out pretty well. Let's see how it fits here. Nice. That's going to be nice. So this is nice and flush now, and I can just feel the edge of the top here in just about the whole length. I've got one part right here where it's a little bit proud. So I'm going to mark that with pencil. I don't think that that's all that critical, but from about right here, yeah, I got a mark there, to right here. I'll take a couple shavings off of that because I don't want to damage this melamine. A little longer area than I thought, but that's okay. Looks like I want a plane in this direction. I'll get that done. We'll put some glue on that, get this mounted, and then we should be able to put it back together here pretty soon. And I got a couple clamps on here. I really don't need much more than that. It's really tight. I'm just checking to make sure it's flat and it looks good. That's good. Yeah. Really good. It's not going to take long for that glue to bite on those dominoes. I didn't notice that, but maybe it showed up when I was filming, but that's forcing the glue out the pores. That's going to be a positive mate for sure. Alright, one more pass here. Beautiful. You can see my dowels there on the back. They're completely covered. Where are they? Right there. So I was hoping I wasn't going to slice into them, but if I did, that's why I use dowels. You got to take that sharp edge off. That is going to be nice. Now I can redial this in for 90 degrees. Flush, no tear out. Boy, that's going to be nice to have that back. All right, let me check it for 90. Right on the money. Right on the money. So I don't have to adjust my set screw. My fence went right back to where it was. Perfectly 90 degrees. Now I can cut to a line here. No tear out. Everything is flush. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, thanks for watching. Beautiful. All right, after redoing my Dubby jig and getting it back to a zero clearance cut, I thought to myself, why do I need two left side of the blade Dubby sleds? So I decided to remake my homemade one here, and I just got done with it. Basically all I did was replace the table, right? Everything else kind of transferred over. And the difference is you obviously have to cut the miter ability, the arc the other way as well. But I really like the fact that I'm on the right side of the blade now, or the left side. And with this one on the right, you can see this piece of plywood I got on here is a little bit wonky. I have the ability to cut longer pieces with this one with added support out here. So I'm going to make my initial cut. I've made my initial rip. I got my backer piece on here. I haven't gone through it yet. But, this is just a rip blade, and I'm making a cross cut on this plywood. We'll see how it does here. Getting some binding there. I don't know why. I'll have to investigate that. Maybe it was just the fact that this piece collapsed on the blade. It looks like that's what happened. I'll have to look at the video like you are doing right now. So let's check it for square. That's perfect. Absolutely spot on perfect. I cannot do any better than that. No gaps. No movement. Beautiful. So now I've got and you can see the other thing that I got, even though I used a rip blade, was a splinter-free cut, top and bottom, and no chip out on the back. That's what you want. Fantastic. All right. Thanks for watching.